Hey everyone, Backyard Farmer Pat here. Today it's all about the aloe. Aloe is another incredible superfood that I have here grown in my garden, and it's also super easy to grow. Aloe has over 75 different components in it, from antioxidants to vitamins. It is packed with nutrition. Growing up, I knew that if we went to the beach or if we got a burn on the stove, we'd just cut off a little piece of aloe and use it. I knew it was good for the skin, and I heard a lot of good things about it internally, but I didn't really get to use the aloe until actually just recently. So aloe has tons of uses, as I said, not just for the skin. It's good for sunburn, it's good for eczema, if you have psoriasis, it's even good for acne. It's also really good internally. I'm gonna add a few links at the bottom of the video. At the end of the video, I'm gonna add some links that shows you from how you can use it for even diabetes. It has components that fight cancer. It has like a ton of nutrition. But don't take my word for it. Go ahead and do some research. I'm gonna add a link from the National Institute of Health that talks about this, WebMD, and I think there are a couple other doctors that talk about aloe. Plus, you'll find a ton of videos online. Also, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I make my morning shake, and I'm going to include aloe in it today. And also, I'm going to show you how I use aloe in my hair. As I said to you, aloe is a wonderful superfood. It's so good for so many different things, and we're going to use it today. So here you see my aloe plant. This aloe plant, I actually got one small plant for my mom a few years ago when she was moving from her house, and I planted it. And aloe is almost like a bromeliad, where it grows from the root and it shoots up pups. So this started off with maybe one or two aloes, I think, and then it continually shoots up additional pups or little babies. They come up from the roots. I've given away a ton of aloe already, and as you can see, I have multiple plants. Aloe is most beneficial when it's at least 5 to 6 years old. I know, like when you go to Walmart or you go to the supermarket, you see those little baby aloe plants, and those are cute and those are wonderful. You can plant those, but it's really, you really get the most nutrition from the leaves when they're at least maybe 4 or 5 years old. Let's see here. So let me show you what this looks like. It's always best to harvest the oldest leaves, so the oldest leaves will be closest to the ground. This, I think, is the biggest plant. Well, these two are pretty big, so I'm going to harvest from here. I always harvest like healthy looking leaves. I don't like to harvest a leaf if it's like, this one has a couple little black spots. It's probably still good. I've already harvested a piece, probably when I got a burn in the kitchen. I'm always getting those burns in the kitchen. So that's probably what I use this for. So let me show you how this is harvested. It's very easy. Inside it's very soft and it's almost like a gel. And it's as easy as that. You slice through it. It doesn't hurt the plant. You continue harvesting all the way up. As a matter of fact, you can even pull it out, separate the pups. Let me show you. If you come really close, you can see where this aloe is already sending up babies. You see that? There's another aloe right there, a little baby right there, another one right here. There are multiple aloes in here. So let's go inside. I'm gonna wash this up and show you how I put this in my shake. All right, I'm ready to make my shake. First, I came in and I washed it very thoroughly because you never know what, crawled over it or maybe even peed on it. So I came in and I washed my aloe very thoroughly. One thing to note about an aloe, it has very sharp spines and you don't want to get nicked by this. So let me show you how to clean it up. Also, even more importantly, you'll see this sap. It has this brown sap. Sometimes it's a yellow sap that runs through. This is called aloin. You actually want to get rid of this sap. I know a lot of people, you're going to see a million YouTube videos, but a lot of people, they just blend up the whole aloe with the skin, or they blend it up but they don't get rid of the sap. This sap actually is what, you'll hear that aloe is very good for conservation. This sap is actually what causes almost like a diarrhea effect. So this will actually, this is actually a laxative. But you have to be very careful. You can't use this too much. It can actually be dangerous if you use it too much. So I prefer to just remove it. So there are different ways to remove it. So I'm gonna first take off the end of this, but let me show you how to remove the spikes. So I cut this into pieces. So let's say cut it into 3 pieces. And then you just take the knife, it's very soft. you just take the knife and cut the edges off. That's the first thing, so I don't get pricked. Cut the edges off, it just slides right through. And you'll see this is the aloe vera gel that you hear about. Then I go on the outside and I just peel it. But I'm very careful to take off all the green, because that aloin that I spoke about, it resides in the skin of the aloe. So I'm taking it all off. So I'm just gonna speed up the camera, and come right back and show you what I do after I take it off. Actually, I'm done. So there you go. I took off all the green, then flip over and remove this. Aloe, if you taste aloe, it is extremely bitter. At least to me it's bitter. I've heard people say, oh, it's nice. It's very, very bitter. It's really the aloin that makes it bitter. One thing you can do, you don't have to do this, but one thing you can do if you don't want to be tasting a bitter taste, or you want to alleviate the bitter taste, once you've peeled it off, you can drop it in some water for like 5-10 minutes. And I have a piece that has already been in the water, so it's already soaked out that extra aloin, but it's packed with nutrients. It has all the nutrients, but without the bitterness. So here's how I use my aloe. And this aloe, I don't use aloe every single day. I use it at different times, but not every single day. So today I'm gonna use my aloe. So on this side, I'm showing you everything that I put into my shake every single morning. And you know, whenever you're trying anything new, like aloe, always research on your own and always check with your doctor. There's something about aloe. It's because it actually lowers your blood sugar. If you say you're a diabetic and you're already on medication, or if you have a problem with your blood sugar, you don't want to take aloe and be taking medication. So aloe is so packed with different healing properties that you want to make sure, even though it's natural, you always want to make sure that it doesn't affect you. So always try a little piece first, or always do your research or speak to your doctor and say, hey, I want to start having aloe, I want to start eating aloe. Always, you know, do your research before you try anything. So here's what I normally do. You guys know I'm the papaya lady, right? So I always have some extra papaya in the freezer. I always have bananas in the freezer, and I always have blueberries. So every one of my shakes starts with those three. So let me get my papaya and my blueberries. So I have like a cup of a cup of blueberries, and I just use the Walmart brand wild blueberries. It's like $8 for this big bag, and it lasts forever. So it's like a cup of blueberries. I like to keep all my stuff frozen, so that way it's a nice delicious shake. It's not like, so I put the cup in, and what I do is whenever my bananas are overripe, and you know a lot of people they dump them, I don't. When it's overripe and you see little brown spots, that's when it actually has the most nutrition, the most potassium and everything. So I put a ripe banana in there. And even though I lost my papaya tree, I still have frozen papaya. So I always add a chunk of frozen papaya. So this is always, every shake I have. Then I add a couple fingers of turmeric. You can notice it still has skin on it. I just wash it well, scrape it a little bit. It's all gonna blend up fine. I just drop that in there. Little piece of ginger. I washed it. Usually I have a bigger piece of ginger, but I'm out of ginger. But I put like twice this much in there. And then every single shake I do, I put in flaxseed. Let me tell you, this is some good stuff. I'm not gonna go through all the nutritional benefits. You guys look it up. This is really good. As a matter of fact, I really and truly believe this shake, having a shake every morning, is what attributed to my cholesterol actually going down by 20 points. Just got my results yesterday, 20 points lower than last year this time. And the only thing I started doing was, instead of having eggs or ham or stuff in the morning, I have my shake every morning, and it's delicious. And I know that's why, at least that's what I believe. I'm not, you know, the doctor didn't say so. I didn't even tell him what I was doing. Anyway, so I put a tablespoon of flaxseed, and normally I don't measure it, but you know, like a heaping tablespoon of flaxseed.
a heaping tablespoon of moringa powder. And I have moringa growing outside, and I'm gonna show you how to actually, grow your moringa, or you can buy moringa. This, I have a couple bags here I'm gonna show you. Just put a heaping tablespoon of moringa. So I always use something green. I don't use moringa every day. I keep frozen kale in the freezer, and I have frozen spinach in the freezer. If I'm doing frozen kale, I just take a handful and dump it in there. Same for spinach. But today my green is gonna be moringa. And I always have a 1/4 cup of oats, raw oats, whole old-fashioned raw oats. Oh, I forgot to show you. So for the flaxseed, I'm using Anthony's organic flax meal. I always get cold milled and organic, always. And when you look at the ingredients, it says, or get the ingredient is one ingredient is organic flaxseed. So you know this is good stuff. I don't get the ones with the powder. I get the one that's completely powdered, not the ones that have the actual seed. Same for moringa. I have moringa growing, but there are times if my tree, like right now, it's shedding and everything because it's, I guess, the fall. So you can get pure moringa vegetable powder. You can probably get it at any store, but this is from Kuli. And of course it's a superfood. I'm going to tell you about the benefits of moringa. It's actually considered the most nutritious tree in the world. The most nutrients in the entire world, moringa. And I have it growing here. And the ingredients, again, organic moringa leaf. You can get this, I think, even at Walmart. Not sure if you can get this kind, but you can get it. So that's what I'm using today. And this is what's in every shake I have. What I also do, you can use honey, because I'm not rigid. I change things around based on what I have available. But I like to add a handful of raisins just to sweeten it up, because there are times when, you want a little sweetness, so I add a little raisins. Some people can add honey, but I choose to add raisins. And then what I started adding, which I love, that's the thing. A lot of these things, I hate it if I have to eat a vegetable, but the organic beet juice, that's the only ingredient, organic beet juice and organic lemon juice. I got this at Walmart, Publix, Lakewood, 100% beet juice. And I just put a little bit because it adds a beautiful color to the shake. Just a little bit. That's maybe not even half a cup. That's probably a 1/4 cup. It's a very little bit. So I have my banana in there. I have my papaya. I have these things. And then what I do is I usually add water. If I have coconut water, I add coconut water. I like to get the natural coconut water in the box. I don't like to get the ones that's in the can, but I add a little coconut water. Today I probably just use water. There are times when I use avocado leaf tea. There are times when I want a little treat, I add a little pineapple juice. So I'm very flexible. If I have more space in here, I add things like cucumber slice, a slice of cucumber. My husband actually had half an apple that he didn't eat, so I'll stick a piece in there. If you want a little bit more sweetness, you can add a couple grapes. Add a couple grapes in there. There are times when I might be out of something and I have pineapple, so I add pineapple. So in other words, you add what you enjoy. And we cannot forget, we can't forget our aloe. I don't use a ton of it. I just use a couple pieces because I don't want to, end up in the bathrooms. Even though we took out the bitter piece, I can still. So here's my shake. I'm gonna add some water to it now. And this is filtered water from the fridge, since I don't have any coconut water right now. As I said, I'm very flexible. So I add it to be right here because I don't want it to overflow. I'm gonna put my cover on and blend. Blend for 1 minute, and then I'll be right back. This, by the way, this is the NutriBullet, Magic Bullet, NutriBullet. Here it is. So I'm gonna blend it for 1 minute, and I'll be right back. So my shake is ready. Let's see how this turned out. As I said, look at that beautiful color, and that's from the beet juice. Look at that. Look how beautiful that looks. So let's try it. The proof is in the tasting. Delicious. absolutely delicious. You don't taste any of the bitterness of the aloe. And even though I put in the flaxseed and the oats and all these things that are super healthy, and some people think that they don't taste good, just the combination of the blueberries and the papaya and the bananas. And you may not have access to papaya, that's fine. Use your pineapple. Use your leftover honeydew. Like, you know, sometimes you might make a fruit salad with honeydew and grapes and they get like a little bit, you know, wrinkled or they get old. Just throw them in there. As long as it's not spoiled, of course. But if it's overripe, throw them in there. It's absolutely delicious. Freeze them like I did, so you have them on hand. Wait, one more sip. Okay, now I'm gonna show you my routine for what I do with my hair in just 1 sec. All right, so I got a clean cup, and we have our aloe that was soaking to get rid of the extra yellow stuff. And I'm just gonna use that first piece. You're gonna notice my aloe is not as slimy as some aloe, and it's fine. The one in the store a lot of times, and even the one that's grown by other people, sometimes it's very slimy, which is great. As a matter of fact, for us natural girls, we love that. We call it that slip, so that we can actually, you know, moisturize our hair and detangle and all that. All right, so I have my aloe in my clean container, and I'm gonna blend it up for a minute. So I just blended this for like about a minute, or probably a little less than a minute. And you can see it's just the aloe vera juice now. And what you want to do is, I don't want to put this straight on my hair because I don't want any little particles to be on my hair. So you can just strain it, and you can use, I see people using stockings. You can use the stockings. I have this strainer that I'm using. As a matter of fact, you know, sometimes I even use the pulp. I put the pulp back in my drink so I don't waste it, but this is what it looks like. So you see, it's just a liquid. There's no green in it because I already got rid of that green. Then I take one of my little spray bottles that I use. One of my little salon spray bottles. You can get this probably at the dollar store or at Sally's or whatever. And I put the funnel in, and I just pour it in. And you can use any essential oil you have. We know that extra virgin olive oil is great for the hair. So, and I don't measure this at all. I just put, maybe a tablespoon of olive oil, because it's a great moisturizer. You can use coconut oil, you can use shea butter, you can use anything you want. Then this is Jamaican black castor oil, the extra dark. You can use a scented one if you want. They have the scented ones, but I'm using just a regular black castor oil. Maybe that's like half a tablespoon. But as I said, there's no measurements. I just add whatever I have on hand. I have a little growth oil, which is it's actually a whole bunch of different oils together. Put a little squirt in there. I actually like this one, it smells nice. Put a little bit in there. And then I have my shea oil with lavender. And as I said, I am not a hair guru. There are a million out there that have aloe vera videos. You guys can, as a matter of fact, Mercy Gono, she's, I think she's from Cameroon. She has a ton of hair videos on aloe vera. She lives by it. She has her hair all the way down to her butt right now, just using aloe vera all the time. So you can check out her videos or other videos online. But this is just what I'm doing for Patrice. All right? So it's as simple as that. So this is all natural. It's aloe vera and a few essential oils and olive oil. We shake it up. And I just washed my hair right before I started this video. You can just spray it. Spray it on your scalp. It's very moisturizing for your hair. The aloe vera is great for, like, if you have an itchy scalp, dandruff. I don't have it, but, you know, maybe I would have it if I didn't use this. So, but aloe vera, it has this little itching effect. So especially the first time you use it, you don't want to just spray it all over here and all over your face. Make sure you test it on a small area first before you actually spray it on your scalp, or just test it on a small area first, or just test it on maybe the back of your hair first before you spray it all over, because you don't know how you're going to react to it. The first time I used this, I actually combined it with tea tree oil, which I also like, but I think the tea tree oil made it a little bit itchy. And my skin is sensitive, so it does feel a little itchy at first, but then after a while I get used to it. So that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. please leave your comments below. If you've used aloe vera in a different way, please leave your comments. Or if you've tried aloe vera in the store and it's super slimy, and you know, let me know. Let me know your experience with aloe vera. I think I forgot to tell you guys that you can buy the whole leaf like I had it at any Publix, Walmart, Kroger if you're in Georgia. I'm pretty sure most of those stores, they sell the whole leaf. So you can do exactly as I did, or you can grow your own. There's also aloe vera gel packs. There's aloe vera products that you can use, but I would always advise you to use organic. So once more, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment below, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I give a whole lot more updates and I post a lot more videos and pictures. Till next time, bye.